I'm making this video because there is a very serious thing occurring, and it's been going on for a long time now, and in some ways it's getting better, in some ways it's not. Adoption is not a solution to people having children. You need to, people that, sex isn't free, and no kind of birth control is 100% effective. It's just not. So unless you're prepared to make a home for a baby, you don't need to be having sex. It's not a human need, it's a human want. And I'm here to say, people who want to adopt babies, you are, the majority of you, doing it because you can't have a baby on your own. I would urge you, first of all, get yourself checked out and see if there's something physically going on that can be fixed. But just going out of your way to say, I want this baby, that baby, the other, you do not know what you're saying. First of all, this baby will be your second choice, because your first choice was to have your baby on your own. And this baby has to fulfill all these needs for you. No baby should have a job when it's born. That's just bottom line. I was adopted, and I'll tell you this, the people that adopted me, they didn't get themselves checked out, physically or psychologically. When they brought me home, they had already been through 2 failed adoptions, so they couldn't bear to have any baby things around. So guess what? They pulled out a drawer halfway and put me in it. There was at least one occasion where they didn't change my diapers for extended periods of time, and I pulled it off and smeared the walls with it. There was the time when I was 3, when she couldn't be bothered with me, so she put me in the backyard by myself. And being the clever little thing I was, I figured out how to open the gate, and I wandered onto a busy street. Fortunately, somebody found me before I was hurt. Unfortunately, I was returned to them. If you really want a baby and you can't have one of your own, consider this. Don't get a baby. Okay? Take in a foster child who needs a home, who's been through all kinds of garbage, and wants somebody stable and loving. If that child bonds with you, you know that child's chosen you. A lot of times, adopted babies will just sit there and scream. They have trouble bonding with someone who isn't their mother. They've spent 9 months smelling their mother, hearing their mother, knowing their mother. And for a baby to be born and not have its mother immediately, instinctively what this means to a newborn is they're going to die. Because a baby is completely dependent on his mother. So it's a very unnatural thing to do to a child. Don't do it unless there isn't any other choice. And if you do it with the understanding of where this baby is coming from and going to. I'm a firm believer that babies should really only be adopted by other adoptees, because we get it. And we will have a lot more patience with all the problems an adopted child would have than someone who has no idea what they're really getting into. I'm not saying this to be mean, but babies are not property, and babies are not pets. If you need to love something, go to a pet shop and adopt a puppy for $500. Don't pay some woman $40,000 for her baby. Don't be buying this, that, and the other for this woman to give you her baby. Sometimes anyway, she's going to decide when she looks at her baby that she can't do it. And that's the right thing to do. It may hurt the people that are trying to adopt the baby, but it doesn't hurt the baby, and it doesn't hurt the mother. I have gone into some of the traumas that adoptees go through, but it traumatizes the mother too, whether she realizes it or not. It's just, don't do this. And I've said my piece. I will welcome any comments in the suggestion box, but I basically got replaced by these people's real children. I came into a family with being a unique individual with my own predisposed interests and abilities. I did not come into this world to be a miniature dentist. I'm not a dentist. I never was. Not really sure what I am at this point, but I'm definitely not a dentist. So the idea that I was going to suddenly be this perfect little child for them that would have perfect pitch and read sight music and all of that, that's not who I was. I was in the backyard playing with bugs. I sculpted things. I'm tactile. I'm three-dimensional thinker. These people didn't get it. When I would rewire my socket in my room, they would go crazy. But that was my natural inclination to do that kind of thing. And it was not supported. It was not nurtured. Nothing. So, who am I now? I'm a mess. And you, the United States government, allowed this and created this by saying, okay, you don't want your kid, just put it up for adoption. It's not as simple as that. I understand some people are in a situation where they can't even take care of themselves. And in those situations, if they can't be rehabilitated, then yeah, something needs to be done. But there's all these people that just get pregnant and, okay, this is a fix for it. It doesn't fix anything. It doesn't make you any less a parent, and it doesn't make that child anybody else's. So I'm just putting that out for all these people that think they want to adopt a baby, and all these people who think they want to get rid of their baby. And I hope this helps.